Let me know if this sounds familiar. You have an idea, right? Or a goal or a dream. You're like, I want to do this thing. And as you start to think about it, at first you're excited. I mean, it's like, damn, if I could accomplish this, if I could make that much, I would be so fucking happy. But then your brain starts to ask you, well, how? How are we going to do it? How are we going to get there? Where are we going to get the money from? It starts to bring you questions that you don't have the answer to because you've never been here before. You've never done this before. This is new. And when you cannot supply how you're going to do it, the doubts come up, the insecurities come up, the fears come up. I don't know, I don't think I'm cut out for this comes up. This is just what happens when you have ambition and you have goals and you have desires. Your brain is always going to want to know how. It's going to want to know chronologically, how the hell are we going to get from there to here? And when you can't provide an answer again, that's when the fears come up. And it's your job to make sure that you understand that this is what brains do. It's not personal. It's not that you need to honor the fear. It's not that you need to listen to it. You need to learn how to navigate and take action despite it. You need to learn how to take fear with you because it might never go away. The doubts might never go away. That is what your job is, and that is what this video is going to be about. Hello and welcome back. My name is Juditha, and I am your mindset coach and your dream life advocate. On this channel, we talk about your fears, your insecurities, your comfort zone, imposter syndrome, the doubts, limiting beliefs, literally everything that is going on internally and is affecting your ability to create your dream life because I'm doing the same thing. So trust me when I say that I get it. I've been where you are, and sometimes I'm still there. Okay? We're going to talk about what to do when your brain starts spiraling, when your brain starts asking you, well, how the hell am I going to get there? And then inevitably, the doubts come up and the fears come up, and all of a sudden, it just doesn't feel realistic anymore. Right now, you're like, let me just downplay what I actually want because the dream life that I'm thinking about, the goal that I actually have in mind, it just feels too unrealistic for me. We're going to talk about how to get over that hump so that you start to believe in your ability to create whatever it is, no matter how impossible it currently feels. So the first thing is going to be to focus on the who, not the how. I speak about this on my channel all the time. You need to focus on who you need to become more than you're focused on how you're going to do it. Because when you are being a certain type of person, you will take action like that person. You will think like that person. You will believe like that person, right? For example, if you want to pursue entrepreneurship, you have to focus on who you need to become over how you're going to do that, how you're going to get there, or how you're going to succeed. And who you need to become is someone who is confident. You need to become someone who is willing to be courageous, someone who is willing to be uncomfortable, someone who is willing to have a lot of fears, a lot of doubts, and a lot of insecurities come up because this is what happens. When you are focused on being that person, when the doubts come up and the fears come up, you can settle into that identity like, hold on. I am the type of woman who can deal with fear. I am the type of woman who could deal with uncertainty and keep going. So that's why the who matters more than the how. Because if you can focus on who you need to be, when challenges, circumstances, people, when they show up, you are going to be able to act like the person who has already succeeded. You are going to be able to embody the version of you who, yes, fear might come up, but I don't let it stop me. Yes, I might be uncertain about exactly how I'm going to get from A to Z, but I have a good idea of how to get from A to B, and that's good enough. So, again, focus on the who over the how, because who you believe that you are is either taking you further or it's keeping you back. If you look around at your life right now, all of this that you've built so far was because you believe that you are a certain type of person. And anything that you feel is missing is because you believe that you are a certain type of person. Okay? When you start to break the mold of who you currently believe that you are, you achieve more, you do more, you succeed more. The goals that you have, they are accomplished. The second thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna normalize the negative thoughts. It's like, I have a big dream and I have big goals. Of course, my insecurities are gonna come up because I have to put myself out there. Like, of course, I'm gonna have to get out of my comfort zone, and that's gonna be super fucking uncomfortable. Like, all of this is normal. It's normal for me to have days, and guys, I go through this all the time, okay? Like, just yesterday, I had a day where I didn't feel like doing nothing at all. And then today, I woke up and I feel productive. And then tomorrow, who knows how I'm gonna feel? But what I've learned is that I can't beat up on myself when I have those days because I used to. I used to feel so bad when I had a rest day. I used to feel so bad when I didn't have like a super productive day because I just feel like I have to be on go all the time. Like if I don't work, then the business isn't growing. And that's just not the case. That's just not the case. There's gonna be days where my energy is high, and there's gonna be days where my energy is low. And it's the same thing with my faith, with my doubt, with my optimism, with my pessimism. Sometimes it's going to be high, sometimes it's going to be low. I've been doing this for a few years now. Trust me when I say that the best thing that you can do is normalize it. Okay, normalize the laziness on the days that you feel lazy. Like, you know what? Maybe I just need a rest today. That's it. Normalize it. When you normalize it, it's not a big deal when it happens. So that's the second thing. Then the third thing that you're gonna do is to focus on the next step, because that's all you can really be sure of. You have to get used to the idea that on this journey to success, you're gonna spend a lot of time in uncertainty, and your brain is gonna hate that shit. And that is fine. We're gonna learn how to continue despite it. And you do that by focusing on the very next step. And you can even think about it like this. When I went to Arizona and I was hiking, one of the things that I noticed is that I could not hike by looking at the top. Like if I were to look at the top, I would trip, I would fall, like I would get hurt. All I could do was literally focus on the step right in front of me, the next step, and the next step, and the next step, and the next step. Like, yeah, every once in a while I'm gonna glance up just to remember, where I'm headed. However, I still have to look back down and I have to focus on the very next step because that's all I have control over. I don't know what's going to happen between now and 100 steps from now, but I do know what's going to happen between now and the next step and the next step and the next step. And that's how you have to start building your dream life, one step at a time. Every now and then you can glance up and you can look at the bigger vision, but all you have control over is what can I do in this moment? What's the very next thing that I can do? Your brain is going to want to keep trying to, it's going to try to pull you and tell you, no, we need to predict every step. We need to predict how you're going to get from A to Z. And you have to bring it back to, you know what? Just knowing how I'm going to get from A to B, B to C, that is enough. Okay? So those are the 3 steps that you're going to take. You're going to focus on the who, not the how. You're going to normalize the negativity, the negative thoughts, the beliefs, the insecurity. You're going to normalize those things so when they come up, it doesn't stop you, okay? It fuels you. And then the third thing is you're going to focus on the very next step because that is all you have control over. And you're going to tell your brain that is enough. That is it for today. I hope you guys learned something. If this was helpful, leave a comment and tell me the one thing you are walking away with from this video. Hit that subscribe button and I will see you on the next video.